Hi, everyone. This is a special episode of the Self-Liberation Project where I speak about procrastination and my journey with that, as well as how I've overcome it in a few key areas. And depending on when you're listening, I am hosting an End of Procrastination Summit, May 18th, May 19th in Miami, Florida. And I will be doing stuff online as well. So please go to endofprocrastination.com. I will be helping people literally end the habit of procrastination in their life forever. The Self-Liberation Project is, in fact, an expression of how I stopped procrastinating. Thank you, my friends. Enjoy this episode. My entire life, literally, since I can remember, I have been procrastinating. When I had dishes to do as chores, I have been procrastinating. When I had to do stuff for school, I was procrastinating. I had my 5th grade teacher call my mother to see where I was because I had fake sick that morning and we had a big project due. Would you believe that I had a very tough time with my mother and I experienced my first massive burst of energy to get something done? And I activated death mode, and it was either get killed by my mother, not really, but basically die or get my thing done. And I did. It's wild how these habits show up very early on. And I had to meet throughout all of school, going into college, how I was just procrastinating on school. And in adult life, I'd procrastinate on work. Of course, the creative projects. Anyone can do the manual labor and the things that are very outlined for us to do. But when you get into any type of work that requires you to think for yourself and take action with uncertainty, forget it. If you have a habit of procrastination, welcome to having to witness yourself not do anything. To overeat, take multiple snack breaks, to take naps, to use Instagram or social media or Twitter or listen to YouTube and do all of these absolutely unproductive things during the times we have set to be productive. I made the big mistake to pursue a startup right out of college. We were living in Detroit. We were part of an accelerator 3 months over the summer. And in that accelerator, I got everything I needed to done. But it was after the accelerator when things were uncertain and now you had to take more action and money was scarce. So now you have to take on more responsibility and then find yourself procrastinating on things which are putting a legitimate hindrance on the ability to move forward. I was just procrastinating on a lot of the work and it fell a lot on my shoulders. And it was really tough to feel all of the shame that I felt, all the embarrassment that I felt, all of the fear that I felt, all of the indecision that you feel. The indecision kills us, man. Being scared to make decisions kills us. Being scared to face uncertainty, being scared to fall flat on our face, being scared to take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of us, to talk to somebody, to try and look stupid, kills dreams. It kills creative passions and dreams. Being inflated in ego and not going to school or picking up more education or being humble enough to taking a back seat and figuring out what you don't know and dedicating effort there like I didn't do because I had an ego the size of Mount Everest in my startup and a lot of my life will kill your dreams. But I have to say, one of the major things that I was facing was a lack of energy, literally not knowing how to get more energy out of my body. Constant mental fog, chronic fatigue. My entire 20s were characterized by chronic fatigue. Later, what I understand, there was also a depression that I was dealing with, which I did not know. I did not know how depressed I was. I did not know how much I was looking for my inner self, how much I was looking for God, how much I was lying to myself about the things that I wanted to get done and what the reasons really were, because they were not so much about the impact that I wanted to have. It was much more for money. One thing that I found that has most supported me into eliminating procrastination habits in my life as they've come up, as I've seen them, is coming online in the only version of myself that could see this journey through, activating my inner self, recognizing the truth of my infinite capacity, nature, and abilities, letting creatorhood, which is the foundation of my mental operating system, inform me in the ways that I relate to the world around me so that I am progressive in the ways that I relate to the world around me. Knowing that energy is here to be moved, emotions are here to be transmuted. not avoided. That there is so much information in every moment that we allow ourselves to receive it, especially those when we're avoiding, when we're procrastinating. Perfect time to learn about ourselves, who I'm acting out in identity, and what are the crappy excuses which are now beautifully put into my awareness, and the decision that I get to make to address it or put that off for later too. We all have that capacity and that ability. I make the self-liberation project because I really want people to know that this guy, who seems to really be getting his shit together, has been struggling so much to live out his gifts and his purpose. And I guarantee that if you resonate, you are somebody with so many gifts and purpose. And I am here to help liberate you. I am here to show you that there is a possibility of a different way of being. I found my inner self. I found a practice called creatorhood, which allowed me to access my infinite energy potential, to make sure that I was addressing from a mental standpoint the thinking that was always consistently getting me to just hit a wall when all I needed to do was recognize it's a fumble. That's it. Pick the ball back up. It's a journey, my friend. As I've integrated this aspect that it's just a journey, man, have I been able to find the access to my energy that I've been looking for. My public commitment to the entire world, to my life, to everything, to everyone, to God, to my inner self, is that I'm done procrastinating in all areas of my life. I'm here to be an action-taking man, a man turned on in purpose all the time, that wants to fill his life with the experience of being alive. Now that I actually want to live, now that I've met the emotions of fear that have underlined all of the habits of procrastination, which have been pervasive, particularly in areas of work. Guys, my procrastination habit was horrendous. I would snooze my alarm every morning. Every freaking morning. I would sometimes spend an extra hour in bed. Are you kidding me? Last year in October, I made a decision to end snoozing. And guess what? I ended snoozing. I had to watch myself slip on a few occasions. It's been months now that I have literally let go of snoozing, let go of getting back in bed after turning my alarm off, having the discernment of when I actually am asking for more rest and giving it to myself as needed, but being relentless in the commitments that I make to myself and live in the daily dedication, which is one of my mantras, of how to get more done. One of the most upsetting things that I have had to witness on my ending my procrastination journey is seeing myself work for 20 minutes on something I had been putting off, and then seeing how I thought I deserved a break. Ooh, it's time for a snack. Oh, it's time for a little Instagram. Ooh, it's time to check my email. Dude, what? We've been working for 20 minutes. I've been putting this off for 20 days. How is 20 minutes now a rewarding time? We have to catch that kind of behavior in order to make it on the journey. And that's what I'm here to help people with. I'm here to teach people how to catch yourself. You got to learn how to play catch, catching all the ways that we slip, all the ways that we slip on the journey, and all the ways that we also demotivate and disincentivize ourselves. One of the major reasons I failed in all of my entrepreneurial ventures up to this point, which has included 3 startups, an MLM, freelancing web design, doing small business consulting, working business operations. Why things have not been fruitful up to this point? Procrastination is my number one behavior that I exhibit that has absolutely been the number one hindrance to long-term success for things and projects and creative strategies and all my things to actually come to life. My biggest, without question, my biggest display of being on the other side of procrastination was my art exhibition last year, where I painted, fasted for days at a time until I got things done in a relentless quest to do the most difficult thing I had ever done in just 8 weeks and put on an actual exhibition with advertising, with social media content, with website, with calling people together, with building resources, all in 8 weeks because I made a commitment to live out my purpose and my power. Last year, when I picked up the current job that I have, I doubled my income in 3 months. And I've been the most proactive I've ever been in a job. Because I'm finally waking up to how much better it is to accomplish the things on time. To be on time for things. To not be late. Following up with the people we said we would follow up with. Following up on the opportunities. Actually making the investment that we're uncertain about. I'm speaking to entrepreneurs, I'm speaking to artists, I'm speaking to everyone who knows they're here to get more done, who are ready to switch careers, who are ready to learn a new skill, who do not have it as easy as the many people that we see around us that apparently have it so easy with their energy. Speaking to the people with that mental fog, that chronic fatigue. You can embody a better version of yourself. Life is asking you to. Learning how to use our breath, our mind, our body, our power, our will, our intention, our focus, our attention. It is here for us. Depending on when you watch this or listen, I hope that you get to join me at my End of Procrastination Summit in Miami or online. But certainly check out endofprocrastination.com where you can leave your email. It's always my honor to share vulnerably.